Here's how I launched my website in 2024 and made 0 sales. Number 1, I was not posting enough content. This was probably by far the biggest reason, which is why I've put it at the top of this list. I was just not posting enough at all. I didn't even properly launch the website. I gave no release date. I really only had one official kind of sneak peek post of explaining that there was something just that's so vague coming along. You need to actually build up momentum and excitement when you're releasing something like a website. I didn't have any of that, and I really just wasn't making enough content. I should have been making at least a few posts a week regarding my website when it was coming. Things like countdowns, things like sneak peeks of products that you're going to be launching, all of that makes such a huge difference, and I didn't do any of that. Number 2, I did not check the website for any issues or bugs. I actually had a friend who was trying to buy a mini pot plant from my website, but she couldn't even put in her credit card details without it bouncing back and saying she wasn't allowed to. Turns out I hadn't set up the system for online card payments. If you are setting up an online website, that is going to be the only way people can actually buy from you. So please make sure all of that stuff is fixed, and don't be like me. Please check it, please do a test, ask one of your friends to purchase something and then pay them back after, but just please test it. Also, make sure your photos are clear. Make sure that your descriptions are actually descriptive and explain what the product is, and things like measurements, materials, what to do with it, right? Some of my products are kind of vague, so it's good to have a story behind them and actually where they can be used. And the third and final reason, which kind of throwing myself under the bus here, but I didn't have a loyal enough audience. I have always found it really tricky to post on social media. I find it really hard to come up with actual content ideas when I'm thinking so much about ideas for my art, that I just kind of put social media to, the back of my mind. I wasn't really thinking about it. I didn't want to think about it because I didn't really find it fun. I kind of saw it as a chore. It was just something that I had to do as part of the business. And because of that, I don't really have a loyal follower base. And I'm okay to say that here, just to, let you guys know that I think that's something that's really, really important. And it was always tricky for me because I'm so introverted. That's one of the reasons why I started this business. I can just sit in my little corner and make my little trinkets, all right? That was the ideal, but then social media just became so huge that it's essentially an essential part of business now to create a sustained social media presence and following. Now, when you're releasing something like a website, the main way people are going to find out about it is from social media. You need to build up not necessarily a fan base, but a group of people who are actually excited to see your content and properly engage with it. You really want people to know and be excited about it. That's how you're going to actually start to see sales, which I just didn't have any of that. And that's one really big thing I want to work on this year, is getting people actually engaged in my content, engaged in my art, what I have to say about my art. It's something I really, really struggle with. And again, I'm happy to admit that. It's very hard for me to talk to a camera, to be like honest about this. To be honest that, hey, I made a website and I still have made no orders from it. But that's just the reality. And I wanna be real with you guys. Oh my God. But I do, because I think at least you can see my side of it, and I think that creates a bit of a connection between us, which I really struggle to do online, which is why I thrive more at in-person events and things like that. But 2025 is the year we build a following, and I build a connection with my audience. Maybe. We'll see. I need to get comfortable in front of a camera first. But yeah, I hope you take something away from this. I wish someone would have told this to my face when I was launching my website, but I had to do it on my own, as many of you probably are as well. So hope you can take these into consideration when you are launching your own website. Bye.